known me for any length of time, you know, I used to have this. I went through this phase where I was into really woo-woo archaeology. I'll admit it, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why right now. It's time is a flat circle, and I didn't want it to be that way. Thought there had to be some, based on the law of entropy, the way things are now, disordered, dispersed, there must be a point of origin. There has to be an civilization. Exactly. I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There had to be a civilization before It's a fantastic pun. Anyway, there had to be something before that, and it had to somewhere we went wrong. There had to have been a time when people just lived simpler, did what they needed to do, and worshiped their gods, and just wasn't enough people on the planet or whatever. The distance is great, and it just wasn't as many problems. That's what I thought. Because time is a flat circle. One at a time that wasn't like our time. I'm a Zen Buddhist, and now, the way I understand it, now, we're all about, in Zen Buddhism, we're about being here right now, right? And I've come to understand it now as a kind of substance. The past was now, when it was then. The future is now, in the future. And it was like I wanted the world to be made of different stuff, a different now back then. Right now we have crooks galore, money makers, king makers, people with money that decide who's going to be the king, military industrial complexes, all this stuff. And they had that. That's as I've learned more and more and more, I've learned that the past was now. So, for example, something happens in Thebes, right? This is the Tutankhamun's father. Tutankhamun's father. Something is going on. Nobody's really certain. I'm on the side of a malaria outbreak, but that's just me. There's a malaria outbreak. Again, that's what I say. And Akhenaton, who was like Tutmosis or something, before he takes that new name, Akhenaton, he was another name. Oh no, he was Amenhotep. He was an Amenhotep, I think. Which factors in here into what I'm going to get at, into the flat circularity of time. Okay, so no big deal, dude. Guy said, I'm in charge. I'm going to move the capital. This place is cursed. We're going to go out here, and the people, maybe you noticed that people that don't got that live where it's sunnier, the desert, the sun is beating down on everything. Maybe you notice people aren't getting sick. So you move the capital to Amarna. Yes, that's a logistical freaking nightmare transporting crap to Amarna, but you're in the favor of the sun god there. And the sun god must be greater than all the other gods. Because, see, this is where we get into the reality of Egyptian politics. Is they had a lot of gods. Gods have priests. And priests have temples. Temples got to stay up. You got to keep the lights on, So what happens when a guy who was obviously in the favor of the priests of Amun, moves his capital to the place of a bigger god, and then has this wild fever dream for a little while. Well, the head of the priests of Amun, gonna marry that guy's son to your daughter. And then when that guy, Tutankhamun, dies early, you will become King I. And then after you, a guy named Horemhab, and then after Horemhab, then we get the 19th dynasty. You see? Now Horemhab is the most pivotal man in all of history, I think. Or one of them. He's a very pivotal figure. Horemhab was not exactly. He's not like one of those. He was a big time military ruler. This is basically like. He did an old school military hunt almost. Like when there's these things going on during the time of Akhenaten, and I think Horemhab is away. But yeah, time is a flat circle. We just got these powerful people putting turtles on fence posts. And all this circularity. And that's why I was woo-woo. It's not because I'm stupid or nothing like that. It's because I wanted magic. As I've learned more and more and more, become fascinated with the intricacies, the amount of things that you can actually prove with real science. The woo-woo people just don't have that. They don't understand, and that the science is way more magical when you actually go studying just the actual intricacies of cultures and stuff like that. The old Atlantis and Lemurian and Muian theory does not. It's racist, and not just against the certain groups in the deep writings of like Lemurian thought or nothing like that. It's racist against us, all of us. It says that we just couldn't, we can't, and back in that past now, then people were stupid. They had to have aliens do it for them. Yeah, I wanted magic.